Hey guys, I'm Jamie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this isn't your first time. Today I'm sharing all of the plants that I managed to accumulate in the month of June, and then at the end of this month, which is July, I will share all of the plants that I got in July, which I feel like I have been a little plant happy the last couple of months. So I thought it would be a great time to share with you my recent purchases and or cuttings that I received from people. So I'm actually going to start with a cutting that I received from a friend at work. She had these beautiful Tradescantia just kind of like everywhere in her office. And so she took a bunch of cuttings and she offered them to anyone who wanted to take them. And I took some cuttings. I really am not quite sure what to do with this. I think I need to take cuttings again and then plop them into the pot so this gets a little bit fuller. And I'm honestly not even sure what variety of Tradescantia this is, but it's beautiful. When I first got these cuttings, they were a little bit more purple. There's dead leaf. And they were more of like this color here, but just kind of taking them out of that lighting situation they were in got me some greener leaves, which is interesting. They do still have some of the purple, but these long stems here are the cuttings, and then these little stems here have grown off the cuttings, and that happened within like a week or two. It was super, super fast. So this kind of Tradescantia has like the hairy stems and a little bit of hair on the leaves as well. I just think it's super fun. I have this one in a window that gets morning light, and so it seems to be doing really well in that window and growing these little pieces as well. So maybe it'll just fill itself out, but what I really want to do is take a couple of cuttings and see if I can just fill out the pot a little bit better. So anyway, this one is super fun. This is, I think, the only cutting that I got. Everything else I purchased. So let's move on to those. All right, so next up on Etsy, this is Hobbs, you can see in the background here. Next up on Etsy, I purchased 3 plants that I've been wanting. I love Hoyas, and so I wanted to add a few Hoyas to my collection that I didn't have. So the first one here is this Hoya Critici, which just came to me as like this very, very small cutting, hardly any roots. So we'll see how it does. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but this is what it's looking like right now. I love the leaves. I love how they've got like that mottled variegation, just super cute. And actually, there's a little baby there growing. So I'm hoping I can even see like little pieces growing off this guy. Like I have a lot of hope for this plant. So we'll see how it goes, but so far, okay. I've had this one for about like a month and a half now. So in the same order from Etsy, I got this Hoya Kringle 8, which I love. I've really been wanting one of these for quite a while. I have several Hoyas in my collection, but I didn't have this one. And so I just love the leaves on the Kringle 8. I think they're so cute, so much fun. This one has not grown at all for me in the last month or month and a half. Actually, you know what? I do see a little growth, like a leaf right there, I think, maybe, we'll see. This one seems to grow a little bit differently, if that's the case, than my other Hoyas, but that's okay. As long as it's growing, I don't care how it grows. So this one I am keeping in kind of a window that has more light because it's got those thicker Hoya leaves. So I think it can handle a little bit higher light situation. So it's in a window that's kind of like off to the side of all afternoon light. All right, so those 2 Hoyas, and then along with those 2, I got this Hoya Bella. So this thing has grown like crazy. When I first got it, it had like this section here, and I believe this little part here. So these 2 sections. This has grown, this has grown. This Hoya Bella is just, it's going crazy, which I'm so excited about because Bella is the Hoya that I really, really have been wanting to have. So I just can't believe how quickly it's grown. There are even 2 little baby leaves here. So if you're looking for a Hoya that grows really quickly, I think Bella is a great option. Another great option is Hoya australis. That one for me grows incredibly quickly. So I have the Bella and the Critici in the same window, and it's a window that gets bright indirect light all day. So the sun never shines on that window, but it kind of shines by it most of the afternoon. So it gets a lot of great indirect light, which most of our plants are really happy in. So I keep a lot of plants in that window, as many as I can shove in there, but these have been pretty happy in there. So that's good. All right, next up, All right, next I'm gonna go with my Walmart purchase. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but Walmart has really been stepping up their game lately when it comes to houseplants. So I got this Birkin at Walmart. This was $16.96 because I still have the price tag on there. But this one was like a beautiful, really full Birkin, which even the one I got at my local houseplant store was very small. It's done great. It's very healthy, but it was very small. And this one was huge for $17. So I thought that was a great deal. I love the little bit of variegation that's starting to come out, but it's funny that most of these leaves do not have it. So that's okay. I still think it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous foliage. I love philodendrons in general, but this one just looked really nice and I couldn't just walk right by it even though I already had a philodendron Birkin. That's okay. So next up, I got this at a local plant shop that I love in Concord, New Hampshire. There's a cute little shop called Penumbra in downtown Concord. Concord's the capital of New Hampshire. And this shop, if you ever have the chance to go there, is adorable and has so many fun things. So I picked up this Peperomia tetragona. It was very tall, like it was probably this tall, and it was kind of flopping over. So I decided to cut off the top and propagate that and then just kind of plant this little guy. So this one is flourishing. It's doing super well. I love the tetragona. I love that the leaves are almost fake feeling. They're like stiff and hard, but it makes me feel like they're really hardy. So that's really nice. But there's this tiny little leaf coming out here. And this is a newer leaf here, this darker one. So it's obviously doing really well. And then this is the top that I propagated. I just stuck this one in some perlite and water, and I'm actually going to pull it out and check on the root while we're here, see how that's doing. So it is growing some little roots. I can probably leave this in here a little bit longer, but you can't see super well because the perlite's surrounding it, but it does have some nice roots there. They're very small, but they look healthy, and I'm just gonna leave it in this situation for a little bit longer. I've had this in perlite for, well, since the day I got this plant, so probably a month to a month and a half ago, and it hasn't grown a ton of roots very quickly. So this may not be the best propagation situation for the tetragona, but it's working out okay and it's growing roots. So we're gonna go with it. Okay, so the next plant I picked up, this one I got from my local agway. We have quite a few agways in our area and they have a really great plant selection usually. So, and especially this time of year, like getting into July and August, they start kind of paring down on their outdoor plants and pepping up their indoor plant section. So I always appreciate when it gets to be that time of year and they have more indoor plants. So this one is either a Philodendron Shangri-La or a Philodendron Xanadu. I couldn't really tell by the shape of the leaves. So if you know for sure, let me know. So here are the leaves on this one. This one is huge. Like it is just such a great size. I think it was like $15 or $17, and I just love the shape of it. I love the leaves. I think they're so pretty. So I am really looking forward to seeing what this one does. Like I said, I love philodendrons, so having a new cool one in my collection is just very exciting to me. All right, we have 2 more to go, and I got these the same day from the same shop. These came from another little local plant shop that I was checking out for the first time, and I just have a really hard time walking away from a new plant shop without anything. So this one is a red banana plant, and these came from a little store in Alton, New Hampshire called Catch Penny. So again, just a tiny little like hole in the wall kind of shop, but they had some really great prices on plants. I think this one and the other one I'm going to show you were $9.50 each for 4-inch pots, and I thought that was such a great price. I will say my cats enjoyed a little snack on this one. They're probably not good for cats to chew on. I think I left this one alone for like half an hour to go do something, and my cats decided to chew it up. So I'm always unsure of whether I should cut off the leaves if that happens or just kind of let them do their thing, but I'm leaving them for now because the whole leaf isn't dead, just sort of the end is crunchy. So I'll show you the healthy leaves. So there they are, and you can see on this one definitely that there's some red edging. It looks more brownish, but it's definitely like a reddish tint from where I'm sitting. And this one even, I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera, but this one even has like a red tint there. So just a fun plant. I have this one and a couple of the others here in the same room. I have a mud room that has kind of windows on both sides. So this one's in kind of a northwest facing situation, which seems to be okay for it so far. I think banana plants can be a little bit tough. I have a friend who has killed a couple of them. I think they can be a little bit more difficult. And I tend to not buy plants with these thinner leaves, but I just wanted to give it a try. So my last plant is this really cute little string of spades. I've also heard this called Ceropegia woodii heartless, so I'm not sure if that's like the true name or anything, but I really love my string of hearts, so I thought I would give this one a try too, and I am starting to see these everywhere. So here it is. I love the variegation on the leaves. It almost gives me like an ivy feel, and I don't love ivy, so having this little trailing plant that isn't an ivy but is, you know, just has the variegation on the leaves just makes me happy. So this one's really fun. I have this one in this approximately the same lighting situation as the red banana plant, so it's in like that northwest facing window. It gets sun kind of going by the window all afternoon but not directly in, so it seems to be liking that. All of these little leaves at the bottom are all new growth, so it's, you know, it's doing really, really well. So that is everything. That's all the plants I have gotten this month. Next month I will have another haul for you. This is just, it's been a very plant-friendly month for me. So I really need to slow down after this because I am running out of space where plants will get enough light. My house has some very, very bright windows, but then away from those windows, it's not really enough light for plants. And I don't love to have too many grow lights, so I'm pretty much running out of space. I think I'm capped out around 160 or so plants. So anyway, I will be sharing another haul next month, and I will also be doing a houseplant tour sometime soon here. So I think I'm going to film that in a couple of days and get that up soon for you. Anyway, if you like this kind of houseplant content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you liked this video, hit that like button, and I will see you again really soon. Bye-bye.